True news and reviews, man. We back with another video. This your boy Rob.
And it's John. We having ourselves a paperwork party this evening
Yes, man.
per the
Listen,
request.
we
Go
like to
ahead.
thank everybody who gave comments, likes, and shared the video and did everything y'all did in the last videos, man. We really appreciate all the
Yeah,
love
and
y'all been giving.
exactly. I want to definitely say I appreciate that too. And in the comments, a lot of people had some criticisms that we took on board. They said that we were just repeating what a lot of people said and we didn't show the paperwork. Well, here we are with the paperwork of Meech and the CSI. And we could kind of comb through it a little bit, uh, go over some of the claims that Blue Da Vinci has made in the past. We're
Yeah, we'll
going to try
leave
to
it in
get through
the
the
description. We'll leave it in the description so y'all can go through it yourself. A lot of you guys
exactly.
probably
And
couldn't get through it, but we'll get
thanks for
through
that, Bob.
it.
And we're going to try to do this without disrespecting anybody. We're going to give the truth. We're going to be respectful, but we just going to read what we see here and
And we're
kind
gonna
of
be
give our
objective.
opinion.
Yeah, we're gonna be
All
objective
right.
still.
All right, we're gonna start on the first page. I guess towards the end we'll give some information on where y'all can find this for yourself because we ain't gonna read the whole thing. We're gonna try to keep this short, but there was a few major points that Blue Da Vinci brought up that were maybe kind of debatable for some people. We learned that Blue Da Vinci that the CSI has sex with the agent. That's why Meech didn't get his time cut from cooperating with the CI. That's what Blue was alleging. Now, if we read to the bottom of this first page, we'll see some paperwork to kind of back up what Blue Da Vinci was saying with that. Also, Cuffy corroborates that story. We agree on that so far, right, Bob? Me and you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get down to uh that last paragraph of that page one. You were almost there. No, keep going
You
down,
mean page
down, down.
two? Yeah,
Uh,
this page two.
okay, if that's page two, then go down. Okay, right here, I'm going to start reading. Defendants challenged the validity of the wiretap affidavit under Franks after learning that a DEA Atlanta Group supervisor, Keith Cromer, DEA agent, and one or more of his direct reports were being investigated by the Office of Professional Responsibility and the Office of Inspector General for, among other things, here's the important part, guys, an allegedly inappropriate relationship between Agent Cromer and go down, please, Bob, a confidential source, improper payments to the confidential source, and falsified reports to justify the improper payments. Remember, Blue Da Vinci also was saying that this informant, the same woman who brokered the deal to get the series on Stars, is the one who is getting paid to snitch on people. She's not a street lady. She didn't come up with them. This is just somebody working freelance for the FBI getting niggas flipped. Based on what was known about the investigation at the time, the United States conceded that defendants were entitled to a Franks hearing and agreed to disclose materials related to the investigation to defense counsel. I don't think that's a big one, but I think the next thing that we're going to go into is on page 13, Bob, because a lot of people, this was a unique case. We said that Meech was likely, or I was saying that Leak was likely to have snitched through a third party. And some people were saying maybe Meech didn't know what was going on. Maybe the third party was acting alone by herself. Here's some paperwork that's saying that that might not be the case. Even though she tried to clean it up, they're saying that they don't believe that. Um, this is where we're gonna start. It's the top of 13.
Yeah.
All right. Remember Suarez too, just to give some context. Suarez is the guy that Meech met in jail, the one that is a cartel member that got caught with 90 something bricks at a truck stop. He says that when they got out of jail, he just wanted to help Meech, just being good. He wanted to pay for Meech's lawyer to help him get out early and everything. And this is the guy that he allegedly betrayed. I'll start reading. It was due to the CSI's relationship with Flannery that CSI first came into contact with both Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatling. Remember, Dion Gatling is from the Gatling family. Those are the guys that are closely related to Bloods out of St. Louis that are bringing a lot of this news to the internet. Anyways, moving on. In September 2011, Flannery requested CSI's help coordinating delivery of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at that point was already in contact with CSI. See, they're giving you some references there. CSI credibly testified that he or she first met Suarez by telephone when Suarez contacted CSI to ask how Flannery was
CS1.
doing.
It's CS1. Go
Oh,
ahead.
CS1, excuse me, CS1 to ask how Flannery was doing. Flannery confirmed that he and Suarez were friends and that he had met in the county jail in Michigan. Although CS1 did not meet Suarez in person, she spoke with Suarez by phone and text. That's Tammy Cowin. That's the personal assistant. So um, Suarez asked CS1 if he or she knew someone who might want to buy some pills. According to CS1, he or she was in the car with Agent Cromer during this first narcotic related conversation with Suarez. Agent Cromer overheard the call and signaled to CS1 to say yes, he or she knew someone. CS1 was later contacted by an agent in California regarding Suarez. I'm trying to get to the good part. All right. As with
Paragraph 14.
as with Suarez, defending Gatling first contacted CS1 to see how Flannery was doing in jail. Uh, Based on the discussions with both Gatling and Flannery, understood that Gatling and Flannery were friends. Initially, CS1's relationship with Gatling was more of a business relationship and communication centered more around Flannery's life rights. However, at some point, Flannery asked CS1 to connect Gatling and Suarez, and the relationship between CS1, Gatling, and Suarez turned to drugs. I'm going to read that again. However, at some point, Flannery asked CS1 to connect Gatling and Suarez, and the relationship between CS1, Gatling, and Suarez turned to what? Go down for me, please, Bobby. Turn to narcotic. Turn to narcotics. Telephone toll records reflect that Suarez and Gatling were in contact with each other on various devices as early as March. Oh, I'm trying to get to the good part, man. All right, this is the part I want to read. This is where the CS1, Miss Cowin, the informant, she's trying to get out of it. She's trying to say that Meech ain't have nothing to do with it, right? Trying to get him out of it, trying to clear his name. At the evidentiary hearing, CS1 denied that Flannery had any involvement in any drug trafficking activities between Suarez and Gatling and denied that CS1 ever informed DEA agents that Flannery was so involved. CS1 also denied that he or she ever informed DEA agents that Flannery directed CS1 to connect Gatling and Suarez. However, this aspect of CS1's testimony is not credible for at least three reasons. First, CS1's testimony conflicts with the testimony of TFO Lang, the DEA St. Louis agent who interviewed CS1 about the events of August 5th. TFO Lang credibly testified during his debrief of CS1 on August 6, 2012. CS1 told him that CS1 had facilitated the introduction of Gatling and Suarez at Flannery's request. Second, CS1's testimony also conflicts with contemporaneous interview notes of DEA Atlanta investigator TFO Smith, which were introduced into evidence. These notes are consistent with assertions in the affidavit regarding Flannery's involvement in the suspected drug conspiracy. Finally, evidence presented at the hearing demonstrated that CS1 faced actual and perceived threats when court filings in this case revealed CS1's identity. So she's getting threatened once the court filings came out. The paperwork has been out for years, guys. Specifically, on February 6, 2015, all defendants in the case filed pretrial motions, go down, including separate motions to suppress wiretap evidence. In March 2015, CS1 reviewed the electronic docket in the case and saw information contained in defendant Gatling's suppression motion and responsive submissions by the U.S. states that the CS1 believed would potentially allow people familiar with the circumstances to determine CS1's identity. So she didn't want her identity out there. This is messing up the whole thing. They wanted to be able to snitch and not be on the paperwork, guys. Upon reviewing the court filings in this case, CS1 contacted his or her controlling DAA agent at the time, James Davison. Agent Davison testified at the evidentiary hearing that CS1 expressed concern that motions filed in the case and the government's response to those motions contained specific detailed information that the CS1 feared would reveal his or her identity or make it much easier for someone to figure out CS1's identity. I think we could stop there. That kind of is aligned with what Cuffy, who was a co-defendant with Meech, he said that Meech is his unindicted co-defendant, and he was corroborating this story as well. So everybody who was in the comments asking, how could you snitch and still have to do 30 years? Understand that this is a separate situation from what BMF went down for. He has a personal assistant that he linked up with some drug guys. Meech linked up with Meech, the personal assistant, up with some drug guys, and they tried to set up a deal to get his time cut, but it didn't work because she was fucking the agent, and we read that on page 1.
What they got right here, you miss where it says, although it
Mhm.
appears that CSI-1 did not speak with Flannery in Louisiana on March 6, CS1's hearing testimony suggests that when CS1
CS1.
did finally speak with Flannery, he advised CSI-1 he didn't want his name caught up in this mess.
Yeah, CS1, you corrected me.
Yeah.
CS1, he didn't want his name caught up in this mess. Quote, didn't want his name caught up in this mess. In addition, move it up
Right.
for
We
me a
don't know
little
what
bit.
that could mean.
Read. In addition to CS1's perception that he or she was in danger because of the revelations, Agent Davis incredibly testified that CS1 faced actual threats in weeks and months following the court filings in 2015 through the time of the Franks hearings. So yeah, we spoke about this before. Sometimes when people tell, the paperwork doesn't come out, or maybe they're able to shield their identity. Seems like it came out. Seems like it came out. So this paperwork has been on the net. It has been circulating. Um, I guess we could go. What was that last page that I was gonna go to? I think it was on 17. 15. I already read through that, right? Yeah, but I mean, I don't really got too much more to even go in with this. What do you think more we need to say about that? Is that damning enough? Is that bad enough? I mean, what more do people need to see?
CSI-1 is the woman,
CS1,
Tammy. Yeah.
Tammy Cowin.
Tammy Cowin.
And that's the one
So
that Tony Welch was talking about in that Vlad interview, saying that she's a piece of shit snitch. That's her
yeah.
word.
So what I'm seeing in this is, I mean, if what she's saying about, and if he knows this information, but in this paperwork, how they're using his name and what Cuffy is saying, it seems that Big Meat should know about this. But
It seems to you that he didn't know
no,
about this.
I'm saying with Cuffy, it seems that he should know about this.
Uh,
Uh, but yeah, it was some things that happened that went wrong. his name is in here, you know, and
Yeah,
it's saying that he gave her. She's claiming that he gave her the information
yeah,
for these
yeah,
guys, you
yeah.
know. So
So, that's what convinced me. I wasn't really going by what people were saying. I like the paperwork to be backing what people saying, because we're having a lot of slick talkers. There's a lot of he say, she say
yeah,
going
but in
on.
the
It's hard to know
paperwork,
who to
she
believe.
did say that she didn't like this ain't have nothing to do with Mr. Flannery. But then when they did an investigation, they felt like it did. You get what I'm saying? So at first she told them that, no, Mr. Flannery didn't have anything, he didn't have anything to do with,
Yeah,
setting
because she
this
was
up.
trying to clean it up. He didn't want his name
I'm
mixed
just
up in this mess.
perverting the yep, I'm just
Yeah,
giving the facts that, her trustworthy is if we can trust, she seems to be a little sketchy type of person. So
I'll say. I'll say
yeah.
if she getting people set up and getting paid for it, I'll say she's pretty
Yeah,
sketchy.
she seemed like she doing a little, doing some lying and then trying to come up and they coming up with her. She fucking people, I'm cursing. But yeah, it's just seemed like a lot of sloppy stuff, but it's in here. They're claiming that he has something to do with it, but
Let me
go ahead.
show something too. I'm gonna just play a little short. I'm gonna play a little short. The one I had seen from Gully. Um, yeah. You gonna share my screen?
Yeah.
You there? You locked in?
Yeah.
Look.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is
Well, he
this?
not going over
Not
it
a
like
whistle
we did.
myth. This is not a myth. What
Um,
the
we
fuck
can't really
is
read all that
this? This of the
multiple keyword
day. What
quantities.
the fuck? Subscribe.
Oh, you
But
can't really see it?
yeah, I
What
mean, we
the
can see
fuck
it, but
is
he's not.
this?
I'm
That's
just
on
saying.
page 13 that we had. Like, this is what he had.
Yeah,
He had,
all I'm saying is the paperwork is circulating. I'm not the only person reading it. I was able to access this online. You know.
right, but I mean, this paperwork is different because it's not like we have this man claiming that he actually told on them. Is we're hearing this through the
Okay.
party of her. That's all I'm saying. It's not
All
like
right, fine,
regular.
bro.
I'm just I'm just
I,
giving you the real deal information. It's not. I'm not. You saying fine, but I'm telling it the facts that we're hearing this through her. So we're taking it that from what she's saying that she got caught. What she's
no,
saying
this
is,
is this is paperwork. This is government. This is not her writing this paperwork. This is court paperwork. It's
yeah,
not
but I'm
her
saying in the
memoir.
paperwork they investigated her. Somebody else investigated her and came to the conclusion that this is what I'm saying that
Okay,
it
okay.
could
So
be.
so what do you think?
I mean, from what the paperwork saying, from we believe in what CSI 1, the lady, she's been
CS1.
Loan is not credible, but I mean, she's saying that he gave her the information.
Yeah.
That's coming out of her mouth. So
Okay, so I'm asking, do you think that Big Meech
we got to hear
knowingly?
from Big. Yeah, I
Okay, I'm
mean,
asking you a direct question. I just need a yes or a no. Do you think Meech knowingly snitched to a third party? Told. You don't have to use the word snitch. Do you think he told, helped set somebody up to a third party? Yes or no?
it could have happened or it couldn't have happened. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my
I can't.
God, dog. It's so
What you
hard for you to
mean?
answer yes or no with stuff, dog. Ask me.
What you mean?
Ask me. Ask me a
Okay,
direct question.
do you feel like Big Meat snitched on well
Yes.
he's the third
Yes.
party. Okay.
Yes. That's how you answer a direct question with a yes or no. Yes. That's how I feel. So
Okay.
I'm gonna present this. Let me show one thing. I'm gonna show one more thing, and we can get up out of here. If that's okay with you,
Yeah, yeah.
If anybody thinks that did what I put in, I found it again. Swore as informant, Flannery townnews.com, and you can scroll down and you'll see something like this. and you could read the PDF for yourself. You know, there's several pages long. You could get into it and tell us where we went wrong. You know, if we said something that you don't agree with, get it in the comments and chime in.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'd like to hear
Mhm.
what y'all think, man. Do y'all think this paperwork certified Meech as a third party rat?
Hey, we don't
Or
gotta call him a rat. He's a truth teller. He told the God's honest truth with the FBI or something like that. But
oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I was trying to get through it without calling anybody a name. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
definitely called him a rat though before this. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah, I
said,
said
yeah.
this episode. Why you bringing up
Okay,
all?
my bad.
I'm
Okay.
saying I said at the beginning we was gonna try to get through this
Right.
respectfully as possible. But yeah, there you have it. The
Paperwork
paperwork party.
party. All right. Hey, we'll catch y'all in the next video. Let me know what y'all think, man. I really want to know what y'all think, man. You know, he's trying to get a direct answer out of me. I don't really trust this bit. I don't know about the CSI one. I mean, she's saying is not, then she's saying he is. It's definitely a conflicting story. But if you believe it and believe, I think it is believable. But we also got to trust the source, and it's coming out of her mouth. And she's been very sloppy with this whole how she been handling business. So I don't know. Maybe Meech in love with her, man. We know. Who knows? But hey, we gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. Comment, let us know what y'all think.